y'all? What's good? What's good? Got yo in the hood. What it is? What's up?
What it is? What's up? What's up? Got your nigga in the cup. Goddamn. What it is? What it is?
I don't know why, but I'm just feeling so excited. So full of energy and joy. I think it's because my birthday is tomorrow and I actually have plans this weekend, guys. I have absolutely no plans. Nothing happens in my life ever. I'm always home in my room watching Netflix, Barbie movies, and editing my YouTube videos. So, your girl kind of has a life this weekend. That's why I'm so pumped up. Anyways, I'm sorry for all of that energy. Anyways, so as you can tell by today's video title, today we are going to be talking all about my filming setup and tips that I wish people told me before I became an influencer. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm an influencer, but I'm going into that industry, I guess. But this video is in no way to like brag, I guess, or like be like, oh, I'm an influencer, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. This is just from my personal experience and what I think would be really helpful if you would like to go into this industry as well. So if you're interested in this video, make sure you just keep on watching. Also, if you're not yet part of the family, please go subscribe. Girl, what you doing? And put the post notifications on, which is the bell button, so you know whenever I upload. Okay, let's get into it. Hi. Oh shit, my battery's gonna die. Hold on. Okay, guys, I just want to show you my freaking cute outfit. I got it for my birthday from my cousin slash BFF, Cheyenne. I love her so much. She got it for me from Fashion Nova. Isn't it cute? It's kind of see-through, so I'm wearing like a white thong, but oh my god, it's so cute. I love it. Anyways, back to the setup. Peep the goldfish over there. Yeah, don't look at that corner, it's so ugly. But anyways, this is my setup. I know it's kind of a weird setup, but I originally wanted to put my desk, oh my god, my desk is broken, by the way. Guys, I'm sorry, I don't know why, like, the lighting sucks. Let me turn on the light. I don't know. Okay, that made it worse. Let me actually close my windows. This table is so broken, guys. I've had it not even a long time, and this part fell off. It's literally underneath my bed right now. But yeah, so we're just gonna make it work. It's still standing, so period. But this is my filming setup. I know it's a little crowded, as I was saying. It's because I spend most of my time here, so it's always messy. I'm always editing here, filming here, doing my makeup here, doing Instagram tutorials and all that stuff here. So this is like basically my work desk, so it's always messy. But these are the most important items. These softbox lights are from Amazon. I got them as a gift from my boyfriend's parents. If you're watching this, thank you so much. I love them so much. I use them every day. I'm so happy because my room is way bigger here than my last room. If any of you guys don't know, I moved. So, yeah, I got those as a gift and I use them all the time. They're so amazing. And what I really like about them is you can switch the setting source, or like the light setting. So, as you can tell, that one's yellow, and then this one turns like a blue light, and then this one's a white light, and then they have like a dim white. But I really like the yellow. Just because I can always mess with the white balance and stuff on my camera. But yeah, so these softbox lights will be in the description box below. I'll try and find them. I don't know the exact link, but I'm pretty sure I can find them. And then this is my Amazon mirror. Well, hello. So for those who don't know, I used to have a vanity mirror that you could stick to the wall. And it had like lights also that could stick to the wall. So I got rid of that because I needed a place to put my softbox lights in front of my mirror. So I really like this setup as well. I think it works better for me and my content. So I invested in this one. I found this one on TikTok actually, and I was so surprised that it didn't like go out or like sell out because it was so popular. So I love this one because oh my god, it's so dirty. I love this one because you can change the settings. So this one's like a white, and then this one's more like a blue. Honestly, I hate the blue light. Like, it looks ugly to me. Makes my skin look weird. I don't know. So I'm always using either the yellow most of the time or the white one. And then also what I really like is you can change the freaking brightness. So I act like I can't speak. So that's like the lowest, and then this is the highest. I don't have a lamp in my room just because
I don't.
So I like to use my vanity mirror at night and put it on the dimmest setting, and it just works perfectly. So yeah, I really like this vanity mirror. I think it was like $140, but I got a coupon for it. So I only paid $100, and it's such a good deal. If anyone's wondering about this vanity, you should definitely get it. The only thing I would say is it's a little smaller than usual vanities. It was a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be, but it's big enough for me, big enough for my content, and it works. I also have this huge ass IKEA mirror from IKEA, obviously. He's playing with a toy right now. I'm sorry. Oh my god, don't look at my bed. I made it so lazily. I guess I can also show you this. So I got this from Amazon, but I won't link it down below because it has this nail on the bottom. So when you put it down, guys, like it tilts or it wobbles like back and forth. So that was a really bad investment, but I just use it because I'm not gonna buy another one. I feel like I don't need to. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, so that's my little stand. I use that for my Instagram stories and tutorials and stuff. I also did want to talk about my tripod. So this is my camera tripod. I never use it just because I actually like to use this box. It's my MacBook box. And I actually just like to put it on my desk like this. And I just put my camera on here and then I start filming. I feel like it's really unnecessary for my tripod. I don't know. And I'm constantly touching my camera too. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't use it. But I mean, it's really helpful when sometimes I do need it. And then one of my most asked questions is what camera I use and what camera I recommend. If you cannot afford a camera, don't worry about it, because I started with an iPhone 7 Plus and that lasted me for years and it got me to thousands of subscribers. Don't be afraid to film with your phone. Trust me, so many YouTubers do it and the quality is like amazing. And honestly, for me, it doesn't even matter about the quality really. It matters more about the person and their content and like how well they are with their content and stuff, you know what I mean? And just how well they hold their platform. So it really has nothing to do with the quality. Like a YouTuber that I fucking love is Aaliyah's Face. And guys, if she were to start filming on her phone, you think I would care? No, because her personality is bomb. So anyways, you get the gist. You do not need softbox lights. You do not need a huge vanity mirror. You don't need this freaking stand. This is just stuff that I gradually bought for myself because I can, but I'm saying if it's not like the most ideal plan for you, don't feel like you need to have it or be pressured to have it to be a good YouTuber or influencer, because I promise that you don't. I promise you don't. I literally came from nothing. So and this is still really small, like compared to other YouTubers and influencers. Like this is nothing. This is like an ounce of what they have.
Did I say the camera I have? No, I didn't. This is the Cameron. Who's Cameron?
This is the Canon G7X Mark II. I love this one. It works amazing. It does exactly what I want it to do. The only thing is the lighting is a little weird, but I think it's because I need to get used to it. I'm not really into like all the settings and stuff. I need to learn how to use my camera and like balance the colors and stuff better. But we will get there eventually. But overall, it's a really good starter camera. I think I bought mine for $400 something. I know it was under $450. I think I got it on eBay. This was a used camera as well, so and it works perfect. I love it so much. Something that I do want to mention is, sorry, my hand is freaking getting tired. Invest in more than one camera battery. So I have 2 camera batteries right now, and honestly, I feel like that's not even enough. I want to get 4 camera batteries, and I only have 1 camera charger. But
it's just me making it work out here, so
definitely invest in getting more than 1 camera battery, because I don't know if you guys know this, but being a content creator, it's not something you can zoom through, especially when you're making content. For me at least, because I like to be very careful and professional with what I say, and you know what I mean? It's like your job, so obviously you don't want to like half-ass your job, especially half-assing stuff to people who support you and like genuinely like your work. I think that's just like cruel and like selfish. So definitely invest in more than 1 camera battery, because An hour is probably a whole battery usage, honestly. Maybe an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, so you just never know when your battery's gonna die, just like mine did at the beginning of the video. So luckily I have this other one, but I just wanted to point that out because that's really, really important, and I'm so happy that I invested in another one, because sometimes I forget to like charge my camera, and then I figure out that I actually want to film the next day, and I'm like, well, I didn't charge my phone. I mean, not my phone, my camera. So, you know. And then for my editing, I just use my MacBook Pro. I'm very, very thankful that my boyfriend bought this for me for my birthday. Not my birthday. It's for Christmas, sorry. He bought that for me for Christmas. I'm super thankful for him for buying me that. That really helped my content a lot. But before I started having all of this nice tech stuff, I did start on my phone. I edited on my phone a lot, and honestly, it worked. Like, it was really good. And a lot of people would always ask me, like, what do you use to edit your videos? You can go check out my Pete, you're gonna have to put that away, buddy. I lost my train of thought, but I think I was talking about iMovie. I used iMovie a lot on my phone, and I got so many compliments on my editing. So I was a transfer student a lot throughout my high school years, so a lot of the graduation credits and like requirements, I had to take a lot of computer classes for each school. So I was constantly taking computer classes, which is why I'm so good with editing and software and stuff like that. I'm very, very grateful for all of that knowledge that I've learned, because now I just ease through like my editing. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, oh my gosh, you edit so fast. Like, I can edit within probably 2 or 3 hours. I don't like to though. I like to, like, you know, watch my videos thoroughly and make sure that it's exactly the way I want it. But I'm just saying that also really helped me like throughout my years. But yeah, iMovie on your phone is a really good alternative. Okay, so now that all of my filming setup and techie stuff is out of the way, and this tripod, I did want to talk about tips that I wish I knew before coming into this industry. I actually have a story time that I feel like would really help people who need help and more knowledge about this field. So the first tip that I want to put out there is never pay for something to promote it, if that makes sense. So when I was first starting out, I had like 1,500 followers on Instagram, and a lot of companies would reach out to me and be like, hey, do you want to be an affiliate for a company? All you have to do is purchase this shirt for a discount, blah blah blah, and then they would give you a discount code for commission, quote unquote commission. Obviously, I'm not one to speak for that company, but I don't know. As I was growing more and more into this industry, I realized that people will give you things for free and then you charge them to promote it. And I know that sounds stupid, because it's like that's how advertising works when you're absolutely new at this. And I also started when I was young, so I had no idea about like marketing, advertising, sponsorships, any of that. And I had no intentions to even become and get where I am now. If a company wants to work with you, they will give you the product for free. And when you're a little smaller, micro influencer is what they're called, they will most likely gift it to you at first, and you as a micro influencer probably should let them gift it to you at first, because you don't have a huge audience yet to be sponsoring. But obviously it depends on your content and stuff and how much you think that your content is worth. Personally, for me, I did a lot of gifting advertisements. So by that I mean it's just where I get things for free and then I just talk about them, where I review them for free. I don't make them pay me or anything, because sometimes I truly do want the product and I just want to use it and talk about it and show my audience. So I think it's kind of like a kill 2 birds in 1 stone. But obviously, if you're going to be investing a lot of time, energy, and just putting in a whole thought process and preparation into this content, definitely you should be charging. You need to know your worth when it comes to your content, because I did not know my worth for a very long time. I still feel like I don't. I feel like I settle a lot, and that's kind of a bad habit that I'm trying to get out of. So the next step I have for you all is to carefully look at the email addresses from the businesses that are emailing you, because 9 times out of 10, if it's at Gmail or at Yahoo or like at an email website, most of the time it's not legit. I don't want to say that for everyone though, because obviously small businesses use those type of things. But if it's like a legit business, you will just know. First thing to look for is typos, bad vocabulary. I've had so many of those and they just go to my junk mail. Most companies who are legit will introduce themselves and they will put a name, they'll put a phone number, they'll put a contact email with their agency or company, whoever they're with, and they'll actually put their website as well, which is really, really important that they have a website, guys, because if they don't have a website, that's just like number one. Like, no. Make sure you do your research with the company that you're working with before you even reply. Make sure you do research on the person. So this fake company actually reached out to me, but they used a real website, but it was a fake email. So what I did to see if it was real was I went on that website's Instagram and I pressed their email tab button at the top of their Instagram page, and it will give you an email address and it will be like at, let's say their shop, I forgot what their shop was called. I think it was like Shop Bella, I don't know, something like that. So it was like at shopbella.com. So I saw that and I was like, okay, so anybody from the organization should be from something something at shopbella.com, but this person was at gmail.com. So what I did was I emailed that company, or I DM'd them. No, I DM'd them because DM is just faster. I DM'd them and I was like, hey, your candidate so-and-so reached out to me. I was just wondering if this is a real, legit collaboration email. Otherwise, blah, blah, blah. Like, please let me know. And they told me that it was fake and that they don't have someone named blah, blah, blah. And I was just kind of like, yeah, like I kind of knew that it was fake. But it's also nice for the company to know those things as well, that people are trying to scam them out here. So make sure you do your research. I'm a pretty good lurker, so sis usually knows when something is fake. I really wanted to talk about my story on becoming an influencer and just the wrong steps that I took and how I could have been smarter with the things that I did. This is not something that's easy for me to talk about, because I feel like a lot of people like would judge me for it. Before I get into the story, I just want to say, if you're gonna fucking judge me, please leave and get the fuck out of my video, because this is a judge-free zone and you weren't in my situation at the time. So peace out, Girl Scout. Unfortunately, I think I don't have the screenshots because this was on my old phone and I sold that phone actually, or did I break it? I don't know, whatever. I was very small at this time. I think I only had like 2,000 followers. This company emailed me and was like, we are a modeling agency, we will pay for your flight, your hotel, flight to LA and all of that stuff, and everything was free. So this company had real names, like they introduced me real names, and they had a website, guys. They had a website, like it was a modeling website. It was just this huge, beautiful modeling website, and I was like, oh my god, like who wouldn't want to be a model? Like I want to be a model. So I was like, okay, this website is freaking legit. Like they had like reviews on the website and all this stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to, please just know I had no experience with sponsorships, okay? Like I've never had a paid sponsorships. All of the advertisements that I did were free promos. Like they were just all gifted before this one. I mean, obviously this one I didn't make anything off of it. I emailed them back and I was like, hey, I would love to model for you all. I think your website is great. Thank you so much for reaching out, blah, 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 blah. So they emailed me back and they're like, okay, that sounds great. We're glad to have you on board, blah, blah, blah. So we actually do want to do a Skype call because we want to see, you know, how your personality is, kind of like an online interview. So I was like, okay, that makes sense, because of course they wouldn't want someone like fucking weird to join their agency. So I was like, okay, that's fine. We get on Skype and it's this woman, and it's this woman who looks like crusty. Like her hair, guys, it was like in a bun and it was so messy. And then she had on these like grandma square glasses, and she was wearing a blue tank top, some musty blue tank top that looks like you could just buy it at Forever 21 for $2. And she was kind of like a older woman. She looked like she was around 40 to 45, and she like had absolutely no makeup on. By the way, her quality was trash. Like, it looked like she was recording on a freaking microwave. Like, it was so bad. The sound quality was horrible too. But before she even Skyped me, she told me and was like, I'm sorry if the quality and the sound is really bad. I'm on the 100th floor in Hawaii for like a job thing. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So I was expecting that. She was like, we usually take a good look at our models before we recruit them into our company. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. By the way, we weren't talking at all. I was talking throughout this interview, whatever it was, but she wasn't. She was just typing to me. They told me to wear like something that could show my features. So I wore a tank top and shorts, and they were like, okay, stand up for me. They made me go super close to the camera and show my feet. But they made me show my feet. They made me show my legs, and they were like side profile, front profile, and back profile, like on my body. And then they were like wanting to take headshots of my face, and they would like smile and like straight face and blah blah, side profile and stuff like that. So we did all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden this bitch, she's like, we have to see your back and how your structure looks, so if you could please take off your shirt and show us the back. Guys, I was very naive. I thought it was a real modeling agency. I didn't think anything of it. I don't know, I was just very unexperienced, and I know it sounds stupid, but it happened. And unfortunately, I can't like retake it back because I just didn't know. I just didn't know, and I was young. So I took off my shirt, but I didn't show them no titty, guys. They ain't got none of this. But I did take off my shirt, and then I remember pausing her and going outside of my room to tell my mom. And I was like, Mom, they just told me to take off my shirt but only show my back. And then my mom was like, fuck no. So my mom goes inside the room, but the thing is, I was like mad at my mom because I didn't want them to know that my mom was in the room. My mom comes in the room and she's like really quiet, blah blah blah. I think you could kind of hear me whispering to her as well, or they could kind of hear me on the other side. So they were like, oh, so someone might be in the room. So I took off my shirt. They made me raise my hands up without a shirt on. So they were like, oh no, don't hold your titties. You know what I mean? So can you imagine if I had big titties? Like, you would totally see them like on the side. But I don't have big titties, so y'all didn't get shit. That happened, and then my mom saw that there was a mirror in front of me or in the back of me. So they would be able to see like my boobs from the back. So my mom jumps in front when I like reach up my hand. My mom quickly like put something over the mirror in front, and they immediately ended the call. I mean, not immediately like shut down, but she was like, okay, well, that's it, that's the end of the interview, we'll give you a call, blah blah blah, we'll reach out to you within 2 or 3 days. They were like, you have such a beautiful smile, you have great features, we think you have a really good chance on being with our company. And then I kind of realized throughout the video that the woman who was on the screen, she was moving a little bit, but it kind of, the quality was so bad, it looked like it could have been someone's like camera recording something else. So what I'm thinking is like some sex traffickers or some sick freaks were recording something to make it seem like it was a real interview of a woman, and she was like looking up constantly and smiling and like typing and stuff like that. I don't know if she would be like held hostage or something, but that would be really sad if she was. But yeah, so I kind of realized that her movement was repetitive throughout the call, but that was after the call, so obviously I couldn't really do much about it. Well, a couple days go by and I'm like, I wonder, you know, she was giving me such good like feedback, so I'm gonna check up with them. And I opened up my email. Guys, this email is gone. I mean, it's not gone, but literally I tried to email them and it literally told me messages cannot be sent to this email for further notice. And I was like, but I still had the history of the email. So I look at the website just to look again, and the website's gone. The entire website is gone. No website. There are people out here that will really do anything to take advantage of you, and it's really scary. It's really, really scary. I was really grateful and happy that my mom was there, now that I think about it, because at the time I was like, I can do this on my own. Like, I don't need my mom, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's my story. Unfortunately, that happened to me and I learned my lesson. It's not something that's like easy for me to talk about, like I said, because I feel like a lot of people would know not to do that, but everything was just so coming at me at once. I was very naive. I was also very, not desperate, but I was also very like, you know, I was excited about becoming a model and an influencer and stuff like that. This is when my journey was just roughly beginning. So I didn't really think much, I guess, and that was my fault. But I'm here to help you so you don't ever have to go through something like that, because that is just horrible. But I'm fine now, sis. They ain't got nothing on me. Anyways, let's get back into the tips. Another tip that I wanted to talk about is invest in a PO box. They are super cheap. I invested in a PO box. Unfortunately, I don't have one right now just because I moved and I have yet to do that. You never know, some companies might be like scamming you. I have a lot of companies that ask me if they can send me stuff, and then I give them my PO box and then they never show up. I don't know if that's just because like shipping problems or weird, like they want my address or something, but be really careful with that because you cannot be giving out your address to any company. Take this as you will, but I feel like the bigger companies, I usually give them my home address, especially if I know I'm not going to be able to go pick up this stuff at my PO box. So for example, like Bellamy Hair, Savage X Fenty, I completely trust them because they also give me like their corporate numbers and stuff like that along with their emails. So I'm like, okay, so I got some dirt on you, sis. And also their email is like at Savage Fenty or like at Honeybomb or something like that. So I know it's legit, and most legit companies will have a contract, guys. So that's also just something that you should know that I feel like is really helpful. Another tip that I have is don't settle for promotion prices. So for example, let's say your promotion price for an Instagram photo is $100 and this company says, oh, that's not in our budget. Do you mind if we could do a free promo first, and then we will go down the line and talk about future paid sponsorships? So I don't mess with any of those companies because it's like, first of all, you should be paying for my content. I put in a lot of work in my content. I think about how I want to do it, and I wake up early to do it, blah blah blah. I plan it out. Guys, content is not just a picture, okay? It's a lot of thinking behind it. Don't be letting people like push you over because you want the product or because you feel like they like don't meet your standard budget. So then you can find another company that will. It's kind of like selling something. So when you sell something, you're like, okay, people are probably going to negotiate like $50 less. So you want to up your content prices to like $50 to $100 higher. So then that way the company will negotiate with you to the price that you're actually okay with. Another tip that I have is don't be afraid to reach out. Guys, I have been rejected by so many companies before, to the point where I thought that like I could not do this. Like I thought that this field wasn't made for me, because certain companies didn't want to work with me. And it kind of breaks my heart because like I get so many collaborations with amazing brands, and then it's like, but I'm only focusing on the bigger ones. And that is not how I want my journey to be. Your value is not what companies you work with. Your value is who you are and how you promote yourself and your content. So just don't be afraid to reach out. I reached out to Honeybomb actually last year and they never replied to me, but Honeybomb actually reached out to me this year and I was like, oh my god, guys, like I was going insane. Like I love Honey Bomb and I've always wanted to work with them. So they reached out to me and they wanted to work with me, and I was like, you know what, patience is key. Never rush the process, trust the process. Like if you want it, you will get it. What's meant to be yours will be yours, boo, and that's on period. The last tip that I have for you all is be yourself. So I feel like a lot of influencers lose their self throughout the process. Stick to your platform, be smart and organized about your platform. Also, engage with your supporters and your audience. I promise you that goes a long way. A lot of companies actually, even if you have like 1 million followers, if you have absolutely no engagement with your audience, guys, they are not going to work with you. A lot of companies ask for insights and demographics of your Instagram. So they ask for how many people like slide up, and they look at your comments, and they ask for how many people tap on your stories and like your links and stuff. So guys, if you're having absolutely no engagement with your audience, I don't know what to tell you. Don't buy your followers, guys, because you need that engagement. It will get you a very long way. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope these tips all helped you. As for my journey, I'm very grateful for everything that I did go through, because it makes me the person who I am today, and I couldn't be happier with who I am and my audience and my content and all of that. So I'm very appreciative for that. But yeah, if any of you all want me to go more in depth about something certain, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, you can always DM me on Instagram as well. I love DMing you guys. Otherwise, that's the video. So I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.